Today's video is all about giving you an insight into how I deliver my phonics sessions from phase 2 to phase 4. So I've got a sample video for you of a phase 2 lesson, a phase 3 lesson and a phase 4 lesson. So before I start my sample sessions, I just want to really quickly explain to you my approach to early years teaching and how my setting works. So other than a phonics adult-led session at the very start of the day and an adult-led math session just before we eat, everything else is completely child initiated. So I don't have any pre-planning, I don't have any activities set up in the provision. It's a continuous provision that belongs to the children. The only thing I do know is the children very, very well. I know where they're at, what they enjoy, what makes them tick, and I also know where they need to move to next and where they need to be by the end of the year. With that knowledge in my head, I don't need to have activities set up. I don't need adult-led sessions. What I do need to do is play with them or stand back and watch. It's choosing the right moment and knowing what to do and when. So my phonics session is first thing in the morning when the children arrive, so that they don't have the time to get engrossed and start their play and then have us disturb their learning and ruin it all. So we have our phonics session placed at the beginning of the day so that we have that opportunity to teach them the knowledge they need to know, give them the skills they need to know. Then they can go off into their play, all led by them, and with a little bit of a nudge or encouragement or modelling from us in their play, that's how they truly embed and rehearse their skills. So that's why we have our phonics session first thing in the morning, because our approach is centred around the children having that time to really rehearse their skills in a non-threatening, non-pressured way. And it might be that we're playing with the Lego and then I start to write out lists of all the materials we need, and then all of a sudden they're taking the pen off me and they want to write it because it's their creation that they're making. And it's just through simple interactions and simple chatting, modelling as we play that the children truly embed all of their phonics knowledge in reading, writing and spelling. My phonics session basically follows revise and rehearse, learn and apply, and a challenge at the end for the children to make sure they've incorporated all the reading, writing and spelling elements into their phonics session. My phonics sessions are first thing every morning. They're fast, they're rigorous, they're challenging, and they're making sure the children have all of the knowledge and the skills essential to be good readers, writers and spellers. Because of the way my day is structured, they have that input in quite a rigorous, fast, challenging way. Then they go off into their environment that it belongs to them, and they rehearse all of these skills and all of this knowledge in their own way. Children, so we have covered a few sounds so far. We're going to start our session today by looking at our sound mat, revising the sounds. We're going to practice saying them, doing the action and saying as in. So let's look at our charts and we're going to have a go at doing those now. S as in sun, A as in ant, T as in tap, P as in panda, I as in igloo, N as in net, M as in mouse, and D as in dog. Well remembered, children. Now we're going to have a really good go at sounding out some words together. Are we ready? Okay, let's have a look at these words. I'll press the sound button and say the sounds. You say them with me and then we'll have a go at blending it together. Are we ready? P, at, P, at. Can you hear that word? That's right, it's pat. Now you can use your pointed finger and point to the sound buttons with me too. N, ip, n, ip. Nip, well done. Oh, I forgot to put my sound buttons at the bottom. Will you help me put them on? S, ad, s, ad. Sad, brilliant reading. Let's move on to a new sound. Okay, so the new phoneme we're going to learn now is this one, children, and it's got a picture of a gate there. And the reason it's got a picture of a gate is to help us remember the phoneme G. G. Can you say G? G. G. Very good. And the action is G. 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 as in gate. Fabulous. Now I'm going to show you how to write this phoneme, and it's a descender, and we remember that descenders go underneath the line, so I'm going to show you how to do it, and it's one that's in our family. So remember, when we do gate goes around like a C for cat, up like an acrobat, underneath the garden gate before it's too late. And can you see that goes under the gate because it's a descender, so it goes below. Under and below mean the same thing. So we've got g as in gate. Fantastic. Now we're going to have a go at reading some words with our new phoneme g as in gate. Are you ready? Okay, let's have a look at these words. Let's press the sound button. G, app, g, app, gap. Fantastic. Can you do this one without me saying it? Good. Now listen to me. Dig, dig. Good blending. Oh, we haven't got our sound buttons under this one. Shall we try and do it without the sound buttons this time? Good. Blend it. Good. Pig, pig. Fabulous. Who thinks they could have a go at writing a word? Let's see if we can do that. The word I want you to write is tag. Let's use our sound fingers to sound that out first and count how many phonemes we can hear. So the word is tag. 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 That's got 3 phonemes in the first one. Tag. Tag. See if you can have a go at writing that, and use your sound mat to have a look at it and see if you can do it on your whiteboard. Good, brilliant writing. Now I've done mine as well, but I think I've done something not quite right. Can you spot what I've done? Tag. You're right, this one's not sitting on the line. It's not a descender. Doesn't matter, we can have another go at it. So let's have another go. Gate goes around like C for cat, up like an acrobat, underneath the garden gate before it's too late. Now I've got my descender, my g, in the right place. Excellent. G as in gate. Now we're going to have a go at writing a really short sentence. Use your professional judgment on whether to introduce I am sentences at this stage. It will all depend on the cohort of children you have. I am sentences are an easy way to start introducing sentences. Finger spaces, full stops and capital letters. I am hot. I am sad. I am wet. I am fit. And the sentence we're going to write is I am sad. Can you hear where those words break? I am sad. So in between those words we need to make sure we have a finger space. Now we remember how to write I. Let's do it in the air. We know that's one of our sight words, isn't it? So I want you to have a go at writing I am sad. Let's have a go writing the first word, I. We don't need to sound that out. We know, don't we? We know how to do that. Then we're going to have our finger space because it's our next word. I am sad. So am, let's sound that out. Brilliant. And I've got my finger space in there too. I'm doing it with you. I am sad. Last word. Let's sound it with our sound fingers. Sad. Sad. Excellent. So sun starts high, then starts to fade, then lies down in the shade. Sun starts high, then starts to fade, then lies down in the shade. Ant goes around like C for cat, up like an acrobat, down to the ground and flick. And then dog goes around like C for cat, up like an acrobat, up to get a treat and down to lick his feet. Very good. And then I've got a full stop at the end. So I've got my capital letter, my finger space where the words are ending, and then I've got my full stop at the end. Let's read our sentence. I am sad. Sad. I am sad. Brilliant, children. Well done. And what was that new phoneme we learned today? G as in gate. Well done. So we have now learned all of the phonemes on our phase 2 mat and we're ready to go on to our phase 3. But before we do, I want us to have a look at our phase 2 sound mat, and we're going to use it as a laptop, and we're going to use just the letter side today, and we're going to get our fingers ready to do some typing. So the first word I want you to type is mat. Let's sound that out. At mat. Then let's type it on our sound mat. At. Matt, send your email. Well done. Right, next word I want you to write is kid. K-id. Kid. Good. Now I want you to type that out on your laptop. K-id. Kid. Good typing, children. Now we're going to have a look at our phase 3 sound mat, and we're going to see the ones we know so far, and we're going to go through them, and we're going to do the sound and the action and say as in. J as in jam, V as in voice, W as in water, X as in X, Y as in yawn, Z as in zip. Brilliant! Now today we're going to learn a new phoneme, and if you have a look at our sound mat, you can see there that it's 2 letters together. 2 letters together that make one sound. What's that word again? That's right, it's a digraph. 2 letters together making one sound, and we're going to learn this digraph here today. There we go. And it makes the sound Z, like fizz in a drink. Zzz. So these are our bubbly fingers bubbling up like the fizz in a drink. Zzz, as in fizz. When you make that sound really well, you can feel your lips and your tongue tickling a little bit. Can you do it? Zzz. Oh, it makes me tickle. Right, we're going to do some reading now with some new words. Okay, so let's have a look at these words, and I haven't put the sound buttons under yet. I'm going to do it with you. Is, and we've got that there because that's 2 letters together making one sound. It's a digraph, so we need to remember that. Is, fizz. Good blending. Good. Let's do the next one. One more time. Can you blend it? Buzz. Buzz. Excellent blending. And now we're going to have a go at writing the digraph, the new digraph, Z as in fizz. So let's remember we did Z yesterday. So now we're going to see if we can do Z as in fizz. So when we do it, it's zip forward, zip backwards, zip forwards again. But there are 2 of them in Z as in fizz. Zip forwards, zip backwards, zip forwards again. Fantastic. Now today, I want you to write a sentence for me. So the sentence I want you to write is, I am a jazz man. Can you say that with me? I am a jazz man. Good. Can you see where all those finger spaces need to go? So I'm going to write it for you. Then I'm going to hide it, and then you're going to have a go. So no one writing while I'm writing. Put your pens down. I. We know how to write I. That's one of our sight words, and it's easy peasy. I. And remember to start right over here on this side of the board so we have plenty of space. I. Finger space am. Fabulous. I am finger space easy peasy. We know how to do that. I am a jazz. Let's sound that out. J as jazz. So remember that J, like a jar of jam, is a descender, so it goes under the line. Like a jar of jam, down the side and drip. Don't forget to lick. J as a. And our new digraph. Zip forward, zip backwards, zip forwards again, zip forward, zip backwards, zip forwards again. I am a jazz man. I can't fit it there, so I'm going to move on to the next line. And mouse scurries down the slide, up and over down the slide, up and over down the slide. And then what goes at the end of my sentence? Good, a full stop. Not a big dotty circle, but a little dot. Let's read our sentence. I am a jazz man. Now I'm going to wipe that off. Now you've seen how I do it, and I want you to have a go at doing it yourselves. Brilliant writing, and we're going to finish off by reading a sentence with our new digraphing Z as in fizz. Now this little boy has gone to the fairground and he wants to go on all the rides, and his mum has told him what ride he can go on. So let's read this sentence and see what ride the little boy can go on. So here's our sight word, go. On, good. Another sight word, the, very good. Buzz, buzz, excellent. Is, fizz, go on the buzz fizz. What ride can the little boy go on? That's right, he can go on the buzz fizz. And today you've learned Z as in fizz. Brilliant reading and writing, well done. Finish off our session, we're going to have a look at some tricky words, and here is the word we looked at yesterday. That word says he, he. So now we're going to have a look at this sight word, and it's got another F at the end, making an E sound. So we're just going to learn this one by sight. So if this one says he, then this one says we. Do you notice anything about those words? He, we. That's right, they rhyme. Do you know what? There's another word that rhymes with it too. Another sight word. This one says she. He, we, she. See if you can go and find those words all around our classroom today. He, we, she. So now we're on phase 4, children. So we're going to get our typey fingers out, and we're going to use our phase 2 and 3 mat, and we're going to type some words as fast as we can. The first word I want you to type is long. L-o-ng, go. L-o-ng. Did you beat me? Right, next word we're going to write is shot. Sh-ot. Shot, go. Fantastic. The final word we're going to type is fight. F-I-T. Fight, go as fast as you can. Good, well done children, good typing. Okay, now we're going to read a sentence. It's got some sight words in and some words we might need to sound. So have a go at reading this one for me. Good, good. Fantastic. So for those children who struggled with this word, I'm going to put our sound buttons underneath. See if you can have a go with that one now. Brilliant. I'm going to show you how you should read it. She can be on my boat. Boat. Good reading, everybody. So now we're going to have a look at some of those words with 4 phonemes in. Let's see if we can read them. Okay, let's have a look at these ones. K, ap. Clap, good blending. K, ick. Click, fantastic. K, ok. Clock, good job. K, as. Class, good. Now can you tell me what all of these words have in common? Good, they all have a k and a oo at the start. They all have those 2 consonants next to each other. K, k. Very good. K, oo. Two phonemes there, but they're very close together, so they sound like k. Right, let's do some at the end. Okay, let's see if we can read these words. Est. Nest, fabulous. Just. Just. Oh. Rest, rest, chest, chest. What do all of these ones have in common? Excellent, they all have a st at the end. 2 phonemes at the end. St, st. Good, st, st, st. Very good. Now children, when we have st next to each other at the end, you can hear it quite clearly. Nest, nest. But when that is at the start of a word, it's not as easy to hear. So we're going to write this word now. St, st, storm. Now listen carefully. St, storm. It sounds a little bit like we're saying st, like that, but we're not saying st. It just sounds a little bit like it. So if you can hear a st at the start of a word, you need to know that we never have these two consonants together. St. We don't have them like that. So if it sounds like st, you're actually writing st. Let's have a practice with some more of those. Okay, the first word I want you to write is step. So it sounds like st again, doesn't it? But we never have that. What is it? Good, it's st. Step, step. Oh, my fingers are going all funny. 4 phonemes. Step, step. Good, have a go at writing that one. The next one I want you to write is staff. Again, it sounds like st, doesn't it? But we don't have that. Staff, staff, staff. Good. And remember, we've got the f digraph at the end. The next one I want you to write is stuff. Stuff, stuff. See, it sounds like st, but we never have st at the start. Brilliant. Let's see if we can read one with that in. Okay, let's have a look at this sentence. He, sight word. Blend it in your head. Can, good. There's one of our st words again. Stop, stop. Good. It sounds like we're saying st, doesn't it? But we don't have that. He can stop. Sight word. Train. Train. Good. Now we've got a really long word here, so I'm going to help you by breaking it up. So we're going to start with the first syllable in the word, and the first syllable is here. K. There's our k again that we looked at earlier. K, ick, click, I, ing, click, ing, clicking. Good. He can stop the train clicking. Brilliant reading. And your final challenge is to write the sentence, I can stamp. I can stamp. Now remember, stamp. Think about what it sounds like it starts with and see if you can remember our rule. I can stamp. Brilliant. I'm going to write that too. Let's see who can do it at the same time as me. I can stamp. I'm sounding mine out. Good. Let's show ours. Good. Let's see if let's do our checks and see if we've got everything we need. Have I got my capital letter? I have. Have I got my finger spaces? I have. Have I got my full stop? I have. And have I remembered my little rule about how it doesn't start with a st, even though it sounds like it? Brilliant. And I remembered my descender. And I'm very, very proud of myself. Are you proud of yourself too? You should be. Capital letters, finger spaces, full stop, sounding out, ascenders, descenders. Woohoo! We must have faith in the children. They will go off and rehearse those skills in a way that you may not have thought of. So you can spend hours preparing a tough spot with beautiful glitter and invitations to play and phonemes stuck on everything that there is there, Weetabix piled up in a farmyard, all of those wonderful Pinterest ideas. But from my experience, the most crucial thing to have is in your head the knowledge of what the children can do, what they need to be able to do, and where they need to move to next. And it needs to be personal to the children, because whilst one child might like all of your invitations to play, your enhancements in the environment, there's going to be those children who are not remotely interested at all. So what I suggest is make sure your environment is inviting for the children. Make sure it's well stocked. There's paper everywhere, books everywhere, pens, writing implements, chalk, all of those things that the children can access freely. And then make yourself available to spot those moments where the children are playing, and you can build in or hint or model or do something to help them practice their phonic knowledge. So Whether or not you want to do these lovely enhancements is completely up to you, but what I find is making sure that your continuous provision is well stocked, neat and tidy, ready for the children each day. That's the most important thing, as well as you as a practitioner being free to join in their play, modelling, writing, reading at the right moment. You will have those children who just don't want to leave the Duplo. You can build phonics teaching into playing with the Duplo with the children in a way that they don't even notice you brought it in. You'll have those children who want to chalk outside on the floor. You'll have those children who want to paint with water on the shed outside. You'll have those children who do want to go to the writing area to write letters to mummy. You'll have those children in the home corner who want to write shopping lists, but you will equally have children who want to do things in a completely different way that you will not have thought of. So whilst I absolutely commend you for wanting to do all of these beautiful enhancements in your setting, I want to make it clear that it's absolutely not essential. Having faith in the children and where they will take their learning will free you up to be not exhausted after having all these time to prepare all these enhancements. It will give you fresh, a new lease of life to go and play with the children and let them show you what they want to do. So to make sure the children have all of the skills and the knowledge that they need to have to take their learning forward in their child-initiated play, make sure that you do include all of those crucial elements in your phonics sessions. Make sure they're fast-paced. Make sure the children are not sat on the carpet for a really long time. Revise, rehearse, learn, apply, reading, writing, challenging, tricky words. You can cram all of that into a session, and making sure that it's fast-paced and rigorous will show the children that they can focus for that amount of time, and then the rest of the day belongs to them. I have so much more I want to share with you in how to teach phase 5A, 5B and 5C, and those videos will be coming soon.